Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Irina. Just have my group chat open just in case anyone's trying to message me. Okay, I'll let everybody know I'm live now. Good morning. Hi, Sue. Just wait a couple of minutes for everyone to jump on. Been photobombed. Mystery Anne saying hello. Just wait a couple of minutes for everyone to join us. Hope you're all feeling strong today. We've got a strong class, so you're going to need to bring it to your mat. Just putting some essential oils onto my wrists. It's a beautiful Arbonne product called Focus Oil. Pure essential oils blending to rescue and renew. So I can't read the small print very easily as it's really, really tiny. But I believe we've got too small for my eyes without glasses. Citrus, lavender. It's really bergamot, really refreshing. So popping some of that on there. I've got some lovely Japanese incense burning in the background. So today we have hip opening and a little bit of arm balancing. It's going to be a handstand in there or a standing split. I'm going to wait another minute before I actually begin. So somebody's trying to find me. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, let me see if I can send a link. If I can find myself on my phone. Here we go. I'm on live. Share. WhatsApp. Yoga Fit time together. Send. So I'm going to start in 1 minute. At 5 past. So hopefully you can join me. Okay. So let's see. Have you managed to get on yet, Junko? There's only 5 of us this morning. Okay, we've got 6. Okay. So hopefully, excuse me, got a frog in my throat. I will begin. I'll obviously cut the first bit out so I can edit this out so it doesn't have to sit for everybody later on to wait 10 minutes before the class starts. So let's begin. So coming to your mat, onto your bottoms. Now you can sit on a block. So for today, you do need your blocks and a strap. If you use a strap for some of your footholds for the balancing or for your forward folding, we will be doing hip opening and a little bit of arm balancing today. So I'll offer modifications for those of you that don't want to, say, for example, take a handstand. I will offer a standing split and things like that. So there are modifications all the way through. Remember, this is your practice. Listen to your body and take it to where you want to take it. So there's no ego, there's no competition, there's no judgment. So remember, it's just your practice, nobody else's. So follow what you need, not, I'm just guiding you. So let's start in a cross-legged seated position. But today, if it's available to you, I'd like you to see how you feel about coming into a full lotus. So full lotus brings the feet up, crosses them over the thighs. So I'm not going to sit here very long. So I am on my bolster. I can also sit on the floor and do this. I don't think it makes much difference. But what this does, sitting in Padmasana, so Padmasana means lotus, it begins to activate and open the hips. But only take this if it feels comfortable for you. Okay, if it's not comfortable, then just sit in cross-legged. So bringing your hands to your heart center. So we're just going to sit here for a moment, closing the eyes. And bring that focus and attention inwards. Begin to focus on the flow of the breath in and out through the nose. Taking that focus and attention inwards. So letting go of anything that's happened up to this moment. Not listening to any sounds outside of the room. Not allowing our thoughts to distract us. So if there's any distraction in the thoughts or external noises, just imagine turning the volume down on those distractions. Turn it right down. And turn up your focus and attention within. Feeling the flow of the breath. Steady, even breaths in and out. Making those breaths nice and long. Nice and even. Beginning to engage a little bit of Uddiyana Bandha, Mula Bandha. So squeeze into the pelvic floor and lift. Draw navel to spine. Feel yourself sit a little taller. Reaching the crown of the head up to the sky. And then creating a lotus flower with your hands now. So the lotus flower that grows in muddy waters. Set yourself a positive intention. Repeat your intention to yourself 3 times silently to your inner mind's eye. Grow your intention, plant that positive seed, positive thoughts, positive energy, positive actions. In this present moment, in the present tense. Now slowly opening up the eyes and releasing the feet. Extend the legs out in front. Into Dandasana, staff pose. So bringing the hands either side of the hips, squeeze into the thighs, flex the feet towards you. And imagine your back is pressed against the wall. Draw your chin towards your chest. Scoop and lift into Mula Bandha, pelvic floor is lifted. Squeezing in and up. And then drawing navel to spine. And then taking that chin further towards the chest for Maha Bandha, all 3 bandhas together. Just taking 3 more nice, long, steady breaths here. Close the eyes. Keep the eyes closed. Last deep breath in. And out. Bringing the knees into chest. Rolling over onto all fours. And then we're going to come into our first Ardha Mukha Svanasana. So setting your hands, spread those fingers wide. Pointer finger, middle finger, either 2, pointing towards the top of the mat. Tucking the toes. Let's just hover the knees just off the mat for just a few breaths. So checking we've really engaged the bandhas there in the lower core. Push into the hands, draw the hips back, the buttocks back towards the heels. Barely landing on the thighs. Then starting to straighten out the legs, lifting the tailbone up towards the sky. Now starting to walk out your dog. Check your head is hanging heavy between your arms. Feel a little softness into the elbows. So pushing the heels down towards the mat. Feel that lovely stretch in the backs of the legs. And then spinning side to side, rolling side to side, wagging your tail. Maybe feeling things begin to click and pop. It's early in the morning still, so just waking up all those joints. Coming up onto tippy toes. And then lowering down one more time up to the tips of the toes. Squeeze into the thighs. Just holding it here. Let's all take a nice deep breath in. Fill the lungs. Open the mouth and sigh the breath out. Deep breath in. Sigh the breath out. Last time, sticking the tongue out too. Lion's breath. Releasing and letting go of any negative, stale energy, anything that doesn't serve you. On your next breath in, bending into the knees, looking to the top of your mat. Take some very small steps all the way to the top. Take a nice breath in, halfway lift, little forward fold. And then beginning to roll yourselves up to standing all the way up to the top. Coming to mountain pose, Tadasana. Feet together or feet hip distance apart. Spread the toes wide. Root the feet into the earth, into your mat. Lift into the inner arches. Squeeze into the thighs. Checking the tilt of the pelvis. So making sure there's no anterior, exterior tilt that's not needed. So take some of that out. So neutralize the pelvis. Roll the shoulders back and down. Energize the arms all the way to the fingertips. Growing tall and strong in your mountain pose, Tadasana. 3 rounds, Surya Namaskar B and Namaskar A. One after the other. So we'll start with the A. Inhaling, sweeping the arms wide. Look up to your thumbs, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, take those wings wide. Take the hands to the floor, exhaling. Tadasana. Soften the knees if you need to. Inhale, little halfway lift, hands to shins or fingertips, gaze forwards, flat back. Plant the hands, step the feet back into plank. Drop the knees and begin to exhale as you lower yourself down, knees, chest, chin to the mat. Inhale for a little mini cobra. Exhale through Vinyasa, tabletop to downward facing dog. Exhaling. Hold it here. So setting yourself in your downward facing dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. So flowing with the breath. Drawing navel to spine. Take the chin towards the chest so you can send your drishti towards your navel. So feel that lovely length in the back of the neck. Taking the shoulder blades apart, so making sure you're not hunching the shoulders by the ears. Feel that nice wideness and openness across the shoulders. On your next breath in, little bend in the knees, look forwards. Exhale to jump or step to the top of the mat. Breath in, halfway lift, gaze forwards, flat back. Forward fold, exhale, Uttanasana. Root the feet, squeeze the thighs, lifting up, inhaling to the top into Urdhva Hastasana, gaze at thumbs. Let's flow all the way down, arms wide, into your forward fold, exhaling. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips or hands to shins. Plant the hands, step or jump back into your plank. I'm going to step. Drop the knees. Let's keep it low for now. So sticking with the cobra version. So exhale to lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, Vinyasa, downward facing dog. Reset the feet, the hands, the drishti. The bandhas, keep Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, squeeze them lifted. Ujjayi breath. Oceanic, victorious, swirling breath in the back of the throat. Breathing in, out through the nose, through the throat, energizing your prana, your life force. On your next breath in, bend in the knees, gaze forwards. Exhale to step or jump lightly to the top. Breath in, halfway lift. Forward fold, exhale. Root the feet, squeeze the thighs, lifting all the way up. Spread the arms wide, look up to your thumbs. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, arms wide, flowing all the way down to Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands, step or jump into your plank. If you want to take chaturanga or drop the knees. Chest chin. Inhale for a mini cobra or a full upward facing dog, your choice. Exhale through Vinyasa to downward facing dog. So just taking it gently to start, warming the body up. 2 more breaths. Flowing and continuous. Checking you're sending your tailbone up to the sky, tilting that tailbone up, but reaching the heels down towards the floor. So feel that lovely stretch down the backs of the legs. On your next breath in, bend the knees, look forwards. Exhale to step or jump lightly to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms wide, lifting all the way up to the top into your Urdhva Hastasana. Then hands through center, through heart center. Samastiti Hi. Then back to mountain pose. Surya Namaskar B. Inhale, Utkatasana. So sweep those arms forward and back, bend into the legs, look between the hands. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands, now hold the breath as you step or jump into your plank. Choosing Chaturanga or keep with the knees, chest, chin. Exhaling. Inhale for upward facing dog or keeping with cobra, your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in as you send the right leg to the sky and then stepping the right foot between the hands. Drop the back heel. One breath in as you come into Virabhadrasana, warrior one. Look up to your hands. Exhale to plant the hands to the floor, framing the front foot, step the front foot back. Inhale into plank. Exhale, Chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, just to kick that left leg towards the sky, then stepping it forwards between the hands. Drop the back heel, inhale. As you lift up into your warrior one, bring the hands together. Exhale, plant the hands firmly, frame the front foot, step it back into plank, inhale. Exhale, lower through Chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana or cobra. Exhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. So reset the breath in your downward facing dog. So there's always a choice with sun salutations to either take the knees, chest, chin or Chaturanga and then flowing through to upward facing dog or cobra. So you choose what works for you. On your next breath in, bending the knees, gaze forwards. Exhale, step or jump lightly to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming into chair, Utkatasana. Bring the hands together, look to the hands. Breath in to lift and exhale to lower the arms back to your sides, into Tadasana. Utkatasana, chair pose, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Hold the breath now as you plant the hands, step or jump into plank. Your choice to lower, exhale. Your choice, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Kicking that right leg to sky, breathing in. Stepping lightly between the hands, drop the back foot. Breath in as you come into warrior one, look up to your thumbs. Forward fold with those hands to either side of the foot. Step it back, inhale. Then exhale, lower with control. Chaturanga with the elbows close to the body. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, kicking the left leg towards the sky, then stepping it forwards between the hands. Drop the back heel. Breath in for that warrior one. Exhale, frame that front foot, folding forwards. Stepping it back. Inhale, then exhale, lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, exhale. Hold it here for 2 or 3 breaths. Drishti to navel. Navel drawn to spine. On your next breath in, look to the top of the mat, little bend in the knees. Exhale, step or jump lightly to the top. Breath in, halfway lift. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, chair. Then root to rise, lifting up, bringing hands back down to your sides. Last time, Surya Namaskar B. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Hold the breath, plant the hands into plank. Exhale, lower. Your choice. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Breath in, right leg to sky, then step it forwards between the hands lightly. Drop the back heel. Inhale, warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Frame the front foot, exhale. Step it back, inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Exhale, draw that belly to spine. Inhale, kicking left leg to sky. Step it forward between the hands. Drop the back heel. Inhale, looking up, warrior one. Frame the front foot, exhale. Step it back, inhale. Exhale, lower. Your choice. Inhale, upward facing dog. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, look up. Exhale, drive those hips back. Draw navel to spine, downward facing dog. Drishti to navel. Heels towards the mat. On your next breath in, bend the knees. Look to the top. Exhale to step or jump lightly to the top. Breath in, halfway lift. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale into chair. Hold it here. So holding it here in your chair pose, Utkatasana. Bring the feet a little closer together. Squeeze the legs together. Bring the hands to the heart center. Then twisting over to the right. Parivrita Utkatasana. So a revolve, twisted version. Looking over your right shoulder. Open those wings wide. Looking up to your top hands. Squeeze the thighs together, knees together. Inhale, center. Exhale over to the other side. So over to the left, hooking the right elbow across the left knee. Stack the hands on top of each other. Twist into the chest, into the torso. Open up the arms, 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Big breath into center. And then forward folding into Uttanasana. So take the feet a little bit wider, so hip distance apart. So we're going to really stretch into the backs of the legs now. Planting the hands firmly into the floor. Scoop and lift into pelvic floor, into Uddiyana Bandha. Feeling as though you're pointing your tailbone up towards the sky. Drawing the crown of the head down towards the legs, down towards the floor. Hold it here for another 2 long breaths, in and out. From here, taking a nice big step with your left foot behind you. Lining your front heel up with your back in arch. We are going to take our first standing posture. Have your blocks ready. Your one block ready to the right side, top right of your mat. But first we're going to take Trikonasana. So we're going to bring ourselves, opening the chest to the side, legs straight. Arms 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Looking up to your top hand, really twist into the torso. Squeeze into the hips, squeeze into the thighs. So the hand can land a little bit higher up. That means you can open the chest more to the side. Don't dump weight down into that lower hand. One more big breath in. Look down to your front foot. From here, you're going to come into your Ardha Chandrasana, your half moon. So place your hands onto your block. With the right hand onto the block. Bring that left leg up, hip height. Spin the chest to the side. Looking up. Flex the left foot. Squeeze into the thigh of that standing leg. Another big breath in. Exhale, look down to your front foot. And very slowly lower down the left foot so that you can line your feet up again like you were. Back up into now your warrior 2. So windmill those arms into warrior two. So sinking deeply into the hips. Really work into there. Check your feet are wide enough apart. You're not oversailing the ankle with that front knee. Reach fingertip to fingertip, far, far apart. Look to your front middle finger, soften the face, neck and jaw. Virabhadrasana 2. Take a nice deep breath in, bringing your right forearm to thigh, windmilling and diagonal that left arm overhead. Reach, reach, reach away, sink into the hips a little bit more. Look up to your top hand. And if it's available to you, bring that the right hand down to your right ankle, looking up. From here, a little change. We are going to take our hands to the floor. Coming into a lizard. So lizard pose, both hands. So you have your right foot forwards. Staying here, keep that left leg lifted off the floor. So working deeply into the hips. Now, if you want to come into a little arm balance, take your right hand to the outside of the right foot. So just balancing onto a little bit of weight onto that side leg. We're going to work now into our Ashtavakrasana. So I'm just bringing us in now. So step your left foot forwards so that you're on your bottoms. Send your left leg out front. We have our right leg over our right shoulder. So you're going to really wrap that over the shoulder. Squeeze that leg into the arm. Then replacing the right hand down to the floor alongside your right buttock. Going to really squeeze and start to lift. Bring that left foot, hook it over the right, and lift. Bring it out to the side. And lowering it down. Well done. Crossing the legs, rolling over the knees, planting the hands, stepping the feet back into plank. Drop the knees. Exhale, lower. We're taking a little vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog or a mini cobra. Exhale through Bidhalasana, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. On your next breath in, bend the knees, look forwards. Exhale, step or jump to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, root to feet, lifting all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands through heart center. All the way back down to Tadasana. So we're back to Tadasana. So I'm going to go round to the other side of my mat. You stay where you are so that you can see me because I'm going to be on the other side. So now you have your block on the left top of your mat. From your Uttanasana, step your right foot back this time, lining up your front heel with your back in arch. Coming into Trikonasana, left leg forwards. Start to open the chest to the side. Choosing the position for that left hand down the left leg. Opening the chest to the side, 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock with the arms. Don't dump down in that left hand. So you really need to lift into the obliques, into the side body. Look up to your top hand. Squeeze into the hips and thighs. It's almost like you squeeze the thighs towards each other. So tucking the tailbone under. Making the body flat between 2 planes of glass. Big breath in. Look down to your front foot. Coming into Ardha Chandrasana. So lifting up that right leg, hip height. Got your hand, your left hand on your block. Opening the chest to the right, looking up. Look up to your top hand if you can. Nice, steady, even breaths. One more big breath in. Look down your front foot. Bending into that front leg. Gently stepping the right foot back down. Windmill that right arm overhead, coming into your warrior two. Now you might need to slide your feet a little bit further apart. Sink into those hips. We're working into the hips today, so reaching the arms forwards. A little bit deeper. And then extend that side angle. Utthita Padasana. Left arm, left forearm, left thigh. Arm overhead with that right arm. Reach away diagonally. Outer blade of that right foot. Right fingertips as far away as they can. Chest to the side. Look up to your top hand. Sink a little bit deeper into the hips. Drop that left hand down towards the ankle if you can. Look up. Breathing steady and evenly. Feel it opening into that left hip. 2 more breaths. Reach the fingertips a little bit further away. Look down to your front foot. Frame that front foot. First coming into pigeon, so both hands on the inside of the left leg. Not pigeon, sorry, lizard. So just keeping that right leg lifted, looking down to the floor. Hold it here. So just want to work into these hips. Then taking the left hand outside of the left foot. Begin to feel what's going to happen. So from here, we're going to come into our arm balance. So step that right foot forwards, dropping down onto your bottoms, bringing the right foot forwards. We've got our left leg over our left shoulder. Really hook it over as high as you can, bending into that left arm, making a nice shelf for the leg. Squeeze the leg into the thigh. So leg into the arm, sorry. Then bringing that right foot over the left. Squeeze the thighs towards each other. Lift off. Squeeze and lift to the side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the bottom down. Roll over onto the knees. Step the feet back. Exhale, lower. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in, bend the knees. Step or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms wide. Lifting all the way up to the top, hands through heart center. Back to mountain pose. Coming, grab your strap if you use a strap for your Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. That posture where we hook. If you're not using a strap, we're hooking the peace fingers around the big toe and we're lifting that leg up towards us as we lower down towards it. So choosing your strap option around the foot or hooking peace fingers around the big toes. So left leg, standing leg. Root the foot into the earth. Left hand to hip. Drishti spot on the floor. Focus on the breath. Squeeze and lift into the bandhas. Find that balance point. Bringing that right leg up and then lowering yourself down towards it. Big breath in. Slowly release the leg. Switch to the other side. Right hand, right hip. Peace fingers around the big toe or your strap. Use the standing big toe for balance. Use that drishti spot for balance. Breathe steady and even. So lifting the leg and then bringing the body down towards it. Big breath in. Release the foot down. Well done. Coming into your eagle pose. Right leg, standing leg. Two choices. Foot across, hands to heart center. Or wrapping the left leg around and behind. Opposite bind to the arms. Having a little wobble's good. And release. Straight over to the other side. So option 1, option 2. Remember, this is your practice. Taking things where you need to. So switch the bind to the arms this time. Big breath in. Release your eagle. Taking a big step out to the side. Prasarita legs. Inhale, hips to hands to heart center. Hands to hips. Lifting the heart, looking up. So lengthen and exhale, extend and fold forwards. Bringing the hands down to the floor. Squeezing elbows in. So lining up the hands with the feet. Squeeze and lift into the bandhas. Tip a little bit into the toes, so sending that tailbone up towards the ceiling. If you want to take a very brief little tripod, take your tripod now. So lifting up nice and carefully, just for one breath. On your next breath in, press into the hands, coming halfway up, hands to hips. Big breath in, push into the feet, lifting the body back up. Spin your right foot forward, step the left foot slightly forwards. Feet now, bring them hip distance apart, hips facing the front of your mat. Clasping opposite elbows behind the back, or taking a reverse prayer. So have your block ready. Again, this time we need to keep it to the top left. Okay, so taking our hands, hops to reverse prayer, or clasping opposite elbows. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, open the chest and sternum, hips forward, squeeze into the thighs and into the glutes. Big breath in, look up, lift and lengthen, and then reach the body down forwards over that right leg. So squeeze into those hips and thighs. Look to that front big toe. So don't let the shoulders hunch by the ears. Send the shoulders away from the ears. Big breath in, halfway up, flat back. Coming into revolved triangle, arms out to the side. Take that left hand to the outside of the right foot, right hand, right hip. Spin and twist and open the chest to the side. Now squeeze the thighs towards each other really actively. Lift into the belly, lift into Mula Bandha. Feel that stability there. Then you open your right arm up to the sky. Steady breaths. One big breath in. Exhale, look down to that front foot. Then taking your left hand onto that block. Start to bring your weight into your right leg. Lifting the left leg up. Start to revolve your Ardha Chandrasana, your half moon, to the right. Right arm lifts, left leg lifts. You're spinning and looking to the right. Look up to your top hand. Flex the lifted foot. Big breath in. Slowly lower the arm. Lower the leg. So from here, we're going to come into our standing split. So hands to the floor, keeping that left leg lifted. Starting to bring your right hand to your right ankle if you can. Bring your chest down over your leg. One big breath in. Lower the left leg back down. I'm going to switch sides. So left foot forwards, right foot back. Change your block over to the other side so it's ready for when you take your revolve Ardha Chandrasana. So into our Prasarita. So our pyramid pose, hips forwards, choosing your reverse prayer or clasping opposite elbows. So really send those hips forwards, open the chest, lift and lengthen the spine, looking up. Big breath in, then exhale over the front leg. Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. So your drishti, your gaze, is to your front big toe. So send those shoulders away from the ears. If you're in reverse prayer, push the hands together, lift a little bit into the elbows. Now squeeze the thighs towards each other, hips towards each other. Lift into the belly. A little bit more as you exhale, fold further over that front leg. Take a nice breath in. Coming halfway up, release the bind of the arms. Take your right hand onto your block. Bring your weight into your left foot. Start to lift your right leg up to hip height. Take the left hand to the hip if you want. Start to look to your side, to the left, and then opening up. I didn't do the revolve triangle, sorry. The right hand goes across the left foot. Left hand onto the hip. Starting to take your triangle first. So squeeze into the hips and thighs. Begin to twist and open. And when you feel stable, lift that left hand up to the sky, looking up. Really squeeze and lift into the belly. Big breath in, looking down to the front foot. Now we come into our revolved half moon. Right hand onto the block, lifting the right leg up. Spin and twist to the left. Flex the lifted leg foot. Two more breaths. Just a little bit more. Big breath in. Slowly with control. Bring your hands down. We're going to keep that right leg lifted as we come into our standing split. So if you want to bring that left hand to the left ankle, lower the body down over the leg, lifting that right leg up as high as you can. Two more breaths. And slowly lower it down. If you want to come into a little cheeky handstand, take a little cheeky handstand. So I'm going to take one of those. If you want to just play with a little kick up, just take a little kick. Just a little kick. You don't have to come all the way up. Okay? So coming into your handstand. If you can balance away from the wall for a few seconds. And down. Well done. Taking a little vinyasa to seated. So reaching up with the arms. Look up to your thumbs. Exhale, forward fold over the legs. Little halfway lift, inhale. Plant the hands. Step or jump the feet back. Drop the knees. And come into a little child's pose just for a breath or two. Extend the arms forwards, reaching forwards. Then inhale, all fours. Then stepping which leg should we do first? The right leg forwards. Drop the back knee. Untuck the back toes. Bring yourself up, hands to heart center, and take a little twist over to the right. Stack the hands on top of each other, looking over your right shoulder. If you feel comfortable, lift that back leg off the floor, taking a revolved Parivrita Pasvakonasana. Two more breaths. Big breath in, look down to your front foot. Release the hands down onto the inside of that right leg, right foot. So now we're in our lizard. Coming down onto the elbows. Working into those hips. Turn your right foot out 45 degrees. Bringing the head down a little bit more. Really work into flexing into these hips. Dropping the back knee. Heel toe, the right foot across. Coming into pigeon. So pushing into the hands, coming upright to start. And then bring that foot a little bit higher up if you can. And then working yourself down, make a little pillow for your head. If you need to prop up with a block underneath your right hip, then go for that. So 2 choices, staying here, working on your pigeon, or reaching back, having a little quad stretch. So bringing the left heel in towards the left buttock. Really bring that in. Then coming into our half split. So if you used your blocks before, grab hold of your other block too, so that you can place your hands on your blocks. So you still have our right leg forwards. So we're working into these half splits. So we're going to extend and bend into that right leg. Breathe deeply. And then starting to slide that left leg back and wiggling the right foot forwards. So just working into it nice and slowly. Keeping upright, or if you want to bend forwards, hold it here. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push into those blocks. Slide the right leg in, the left foot forwards. Coming into lizard on the other side. So keeping that right knee off the floor if you can. First starting on the hands. Turning the left foot out a little bit, 45 degrees. Start working yourself down onto your elbows. Working into these hips. Bringing the head down towards the floor. Let's take another 2 deep breaths here. Drop that back knee. Release the back foot. Keep really extending and pointing that right leg directly back. So we're heel toeing the right foot across. Now if you want to prop up for your pigeon, then prop it up with a block or a cushion. Make a little pillow for your head. Start to work yourself down over the front leg. Breathing deeply. Looking strongly into that left glute, outer glute. And into that into the hip flex on the right side. If you want to come up, taking a breath or two with your quad stretch. So drawing the heel towards the buttock on that right side. It's a lovely quad stretch. Also into the hip flexor. Slowly release. Working into our half split. So keeping those blocks there if you're using your blocks. So we're sending the hips forwards and backwards as we bend and straighten the front leg. I can have the foot flexed or pointed. Maybe a mixture of both. And then starting to wiggle that left foot forwards, sliding the right leg back. Now be careful with your knees. Wiggle it forwards. So moving slowly and gently, keeping upright to start. Maybe you want to do a little forward fold over the front leg. And stay here for another 5 breaths, so work with the breath. Big breath in, pushing into those hands to slide the front foot back. Whew. Bringing your mat with you if you're like me. And then rolling over onto your bottoms. Turning yourself around onto your bottoms. Bringing your left foot in towards the buttocks. Right foot across. Taking a twist over to the right. So we're going to hook our left elbow across our right knee. Sending the right arm behind, binding towards the left hip, left thigh. You're looking over your right shoulder. Squeeze, lift and lengthen. So really squeeze into the belly, into those core muscles, stabilizing and helping you twist a little bit more to the right. One big breath in. Exhale, release. Taking yourself around to the other side, so switching the legs. Bending into that right leg, sending the left leg over the top. Going to hook the right elbow across the left leg. And then taking the left hand behind towards the right thigh, right hip. Sit nice and tall. Looking over your left shoulder, that's a drishti, classical drishti to the far left. So we have far left, far right. Keep the breath steady and even. Big breath in. Exhale to center. Gomukhasana. So keeping the legs as they are, as we have them in a partial Gomukhasana position. Working into these hips. Bringing those heels in towards the buttocks. So we have our left leg on top. So we're going to take the left arm underneath. So opposite with the arms. Just open through the shoulders. So taking some eagle arms. And then we'll take the left hand up between the shoulder blades. Right hand down towards it. Lift and lengthen. And then extend and bend over your knees, over the legs. Big breath in, reaching up, release the arms, switch the legs. Left leg under, right leg on top. Hopefully the hips feel nice and open now. Drawing those heels in nice and close towards the buttocks. Let's just take a little eagle arms first. So right arm goes underneath, so the opposite to the arm, to the legs. Reaching up, stretch between those shoulder blades. Lift the arms up a little higher, then release them down. Left arm reaches up, right arm reaches up between the shoulder blades. Left hand then goes down towards the fingertips. Growing tall through the spine. Big breath in. Exhale. Folding over the legs. Two more breaths. Big breath in and release those down. Crossing the legs and reaching the arms forwards. Hold it here. Reach those arms a little bit further forwards. Inhale, walk the hands towards the legs. Extend the left leg forwards. We're going to bring that right leg over the right shoulder. Remember doing this one before, where you push into the hands and we lift the left leg off. So we're squeezing that right leg into the arm. Two more breaths. Lower it down. Switch sides. Right leg forwards. Taking the left leg over the left arm. Really squeeze into that upper arm with the thigh. Push the hands either side of the buttocks. Lift and lengthen with the legs. Lift the body off. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the legs down. Hooking and bringing in the left foot. Going to extend the left leg to the sky. So bringing, I'm going to take this side to the side so you can see what I'm doing. Use your strap if you need to. And switch sides. Lots of leg work, stretching. If you did my class yesterday, which was a bit of low impact, legs, glutes, etc., you might be needing this. So one more big breath in, and then straddle the legs. So taking the legs nice and wide, wheel them as far apart as you can. Begin to fold forwards onto the floor. So first having the elbows down, maybe palms facing up. Maybe then taking the hands to the feet. So really tilting and from the hips, from the hip creases. Breathing deeply, working with the breath, particularly with that exhale. Really surrendering into these postures. Deep stretching, deep muscles. Another 5 breaths. Big breath in, coming up, well done. Bringing the feet together. Use those hands to help the legs. Now you might want to sit on a block for Baddha Konasana. It's up to you. You can sit on a block or not. Sometimes it just helps the hips a little bit more. But lift the body off the floor. Bring the groin as close to the feet as you can. So opening the feet like a book. Use those elbows just to offer those knees open a little bit more down towards the floor. Slowly, slowly, just tilting forwards, down towards the feet. Hold it here for another 2 breaths. Inhale, release the feet. Extend the legs out front. Big breath in, reaching up. Tilting forwards, reach, 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 reach. If you need to have something further to reach towards, take a block or use your strap. So Paschimottanasana, forward fold, 5 breaths. Scoop and lift into the belly, creating space, stability. So the belly lands on the thighs first, chest then head. 3 more deep breaths here. And slowly coming out. Just now inverting the legs overhead. So rolling gently over onto your backs. Nice and slowly, slowly, slowly. Use your hands to help you. First coming into a little halasana. So extending the legs, push into the hands, taking the feet overhead. Work into those bandhas, so keeping Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha engaged. So legs overhead, squeeze into the thighs, lift the thighs. Don't let the legs switch off. Wiggle the shoulders a little bit closer together. Bringing your hands to your lower back and then taking a little shoulder stand. 5 breaths. Dropping the knees to the forehead. Extend the arms, rolling down through the spine, nice, slowly. Squeeze those thighs together, point the toes, come into your little fish. So when the legs, the toes, feet land, lift the chest up, sending the crown of the head back down. Deep belly breaths. Taking the option to lift the arms, lift the legs. Slowly lowering down. Use your elbows to lift the head, to look to the feet. Hug the knees in. Drop the feet to the floor, arms wide. Window wiper those legs side to side. So from here, choosing your place to rest. So if it's supine Baddha Konasana, knees in towards each other, or extending the legs, just having a classic Shavasana position you choose. So find that comfortable position for you. Just keeping the eyes closed now for a minute or two. Working to just relax the body for a few moments. Giving yourself this heartfelt reward for your hard work for the class. So relaxing the muscles in the body from the top of the head to the very tips of the toes. Just check in with your breath and know that you can really let the breath come and go, flow naturally without forcing. Just notice it come and go, flowing in and out. Softening all the muscles of the face, the neck and shoulders. Every point of contact with the floor, just allow it to feel heavy, melting into your mat. So softening the front of the body, the back of the body, and sending your breath to any place of tension that remains. Send your breath there to soothe, release, dissolve any remaining tension. Just allow yourself to fully relax. Nothing to do. Just be here, be now, be present. And take this opportunity to just remind yourself of your intention. That positive seed that you planted at the beginning of your class. Just bring that back to this moment. And just notice that intention. Grow that seed, water that seed, nurture that seed. Slowly bringing your attention back to the space of the room. Reaching your arms overhead, extending your legs long, reaching the fingertips and toes far away from each other. So give yourselves a lovely stretch. Left side, right side. Keeping the eyes closed or the gaze low, rolling over onto your right side. Just curl yourselves up into a little ball. Just for a moment. And then very gently, in your own time, coming back up to seated position. And if possible, coming into Padmasana, into your lotus position. And if you started with lotus, just notice how you feel now. Taking your hands into lotus flower, to your heart center. So gathering all that pure, beautiful, fresh new energy into your flower. You've planted that seed, positive intention. The light in me honors the light in you with the greatest love, respect, and gratitude. Om Shanti, Namaste. Thank you for your practice. Have a wonderful Friday. Take care. Hi, everybody. Well done.